First of all, you got to defend this down screen, okay? Stop. So here's your down screen right here, all right? As they come through the down screen, you've got to get attached and show so he doesn't curl off of this. See, when he curls off of this chase is late now. See the separation? That type of separation should never be there. But the second thing you've got to do is you have to hedge, okay? Ball screen is set up, okay? Up. Push this guard out this way. I have backside up literally standing right here. Okay, look what happens when you're in drop coverage, though. This stupid ball screen defense. See, this big's got to stay towards the ball, okay, until this guard can get over the top. That's why we needed to defend that down screen a lot better. And look at, he stays towards the ball. So now, by the time he gets back, his man is already in prime rebounding position, and he's able to get an easy offensive rebound and put back. Again, so you're guarding on the wing here. You don't need to be this far low. Look at this. Stop. See right here? Why are you standing here? Your player's on the wing. Up the line. You should be at least at the elbow. You can accomplish the same things. You're at the elbow here. You're still in the gaps, but you can stunt and recover. Now your recovery is a lot easier. Look at this. Look where this player's going to start recovering from the three-point line. All the way down here. No. Up the line, okay? Because now you should be at least at the elbow, okay? Because now right here you can stunt, recover, and this extra step is going to give you more time to recover, okay? But instead you're too low. You're at the elbow. This is not the elbow, okay? So your man's on the wing, you're down here as opposed to right here. This one step is going to be the reason that you're not really ever able to get out and guard, and it's going to lead to an easy little jumper at the rim. Double defense defending a down screen. Here's your down screen. It's very basic right here, okay? Jared Allen's got to get attached and show with his arms out. So this player cannot curl. He has to go out a little bit. Now this player can chase. But look what happens when you don't show. This player comes right off the down screen, and look at this chase doesn't work. So now you end up having to foul, and it's 2 shots. I mean, again, so this is a turnover right here. So Cleveland's going to stop. Okay, so Washington clearly has the ball. Do not go towards the ball. Get back so we can keep it a 2-on-2. Well, there's no reason that Washington has it. You're not getting it, okay? So sprint back, okay? But you go towards the ball. So now look, now you're beat. Now it's a 2-on-1 as opposed to you getting, if you had just sprinted back, you'd be right here, okay, and now we'd be good. But you went towards the ball, so now a 2-on-1 leads to an easy layup. Here's one of the many problems with drop coverage. Look what happens. So you run drop coverage off this. So look what's going to happen here. Now this guard's fighting over the top. So now this guard for Washington's going to be able to snake dribble, keep him on his back momentarily, and now look, now that sets up an easy jumper. So why am I giving up the lane? This is so easy to hedge. Look at up, push this guard out this way. The backside defender just needs to slide over a hair, and he's in backside up. There's no place for him to go, okay? But, I mean, again, you're in this drop coverage, so now instead of pushing the guard away from the lane, you're giving him the lane, and so it just becomes an easy 2. You defend away from the ball, you need a wide stance, all right? We're going to look at this player in the corner here in a second, all right? So here comes this guard coming through a couple of screens, but zoom in on his feet. Look at this. You can't have a closed stance like this. Wide stance, okay? Back out. I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. But I've got to be ready on the rotation of this pass. I got to be ready to move out to the 3-point line. But because you got a closed stance, look at his feet. Now he's got it. See that? See how he's just a tick late now moving? If he's in a wide stance, okay, wide stance. Now it's boom. I'm just ready to go. It's just on the rotation of the pass. But you can see he's just a tick late because he's got his feet together away from the ball. And look what happens. Now he's a tick late to get out to the 3-point line, and it leads to a 3. Again with the drop coverage. So here's the other problem with drop coverage, by the way. So first of all, you're just giving up the lane. Second of all, God forbid he hits the pick and pop. This player's wide open, all right? But again, you give up the lane like this, okay, and now you let this player get so low, and you're forced to foul. So again, look at how clogged the court is right here. So right now, if you're Jared Allen, okay, up. Push this guard out to the sideline, backside help is right here. Okay? That's it. Why am I giving up the lane especially when the floor is clogged up like that and the backside defender's right there, and now I'm sending him to the line? All right, so what is Kevin Love doing here? All right, he's in no man's land. Stop right here. Why are you inside the lane? All right, first of all, the dribble's picked up. You're not in backside help, so get the dribble's picked up. Get out, okay? Get much closer to the three-point line. All right, you're just standing in no man's land. If backside help, I guess the backside help would be coming here because, I mean, this lob pass is quite easy. Of course, you're in drop coverage, so this is why all this is happening. But if you drop this off here, this is a dunk, so you're not in backside help. So I don't know exactly what you're doing. I mean, I guess this defender can slide in backside help, and if they skip it here, you can X out this way, okay? But you're just standing in no man's land. The dribble's picked up. You should be out more, okay? But look what happens. Ball gets kicked. You're not able to get to the three-point line in time, and so you give up three. Right, again, this is what happens when you get back to random spots on the floor in transition and not bodies. Where is Jared Allen going right here? First of all, where's this player going? Right here, you got to say, I got this guy, I got this guy. You should be saying, I got ball. So Jared Allen can know to come here, okay? But again, we got everybody just in no man's land. This two players are guarding the ball as opposed to this player being up. Jared Allen is getting back to a random spot on the floor, not a body, as opposed to right now going to find saying, I got ball, I got this guy, so I got to then go find this guy, okay? But everybody's just getting back to a random spot on the floor, so it leads to a wide open catch and shoot three. Oh, yeah, look at this drop coverage right here. Let's just give up a wide open jumper. Let's do that, okay? God, is that an awful ball screen defense, all right? Ball screen's coming to get set. Please get up. Push this guard out this way. This backside defender's right here, okay, on this roll. Okay, if a skip pass is made all the way here, it'll be an easy recovery because the air time of that pass is going to take a while, all right? But why am I just letting this player have a wide open jumper? That's pathetic. All right, again, where are you getting beat, right? Okay, I have a defender right here. He's not even in the gaps. He's just standing in the middle of the floor because his offensive player is. So right now, someone's got to yell out, I'm in help side, I'm in help side, I'm in help side right here. You want to get beat this way, all right? I've got a defender here. I got a defender here who's actually going to come through a down screen and get up to the wing. This is where I want to take this player. There is no place for him to go, okay? Defender here, okay? But when you get beat this way, there's nobody in the gaps, okay? So look, now this player can take you all the way to the rim. You get beat. This player has to contest, so there's nobody to box this player out for Washington, and it's just going to be an easy offensive rebound and put back. Oh my goodness, again, drop coverage. So on an empty side ball screen when you're in drop coverage, you're just conveniently for the offense giving up a 2-on-1 here, right? This player right here is behind the play. So what happens in a 2-on-1? Lob dunk, okay? So you have to keep this guard out of the lane. Look at the difference here. You're up, push this guard out this way, backside defender right here. This player needs to slide down so you can occupy these two wizards 2 passes away. But again, you're pushing this guard out towards half court, towards the sideline, and you're not giving up 2-on-1s, all right? But instead, you're in drop coverage, empty side, so it's a 2-on-1 lob dunk. Transition defense, you don't get back to random spots on the floor, you get back to bodies. Watch Kevin Love right here, okay? Why is he just standing in the middle of the floor right like that, okay? The other thing is what's this player doing? Okay? You gotta talk this out. If you're Kevin Love, go find a body. If you're this player, go find a body, which would be this final Wizards trailer here. We're good here, we're good here. But look at this. Kevin Love just gets back to a random spot on the floor, doesn't get back to a body, so it leads to a wide open catch and shoot three. All right, again, where am I getting beat? Stop. Push, get up, and push this player this way, right into the gap defender, okay? There's no gap defense here. There's gap defense right here on the wing, and this player's in perfect position. But you first have to get up. You can't sag, and you got to push him this way, right into where this gap defender is, so this player can stunt and easily recover, okay? But instead, you get beat where there's no gap help. So now look, Now we have to send help at the rim, so there's nobody to help the helper at the rim, and it leads to an easy layup. Can't sag if you're going to switch. Look at this. Ball screen is set. Look at this sagging. How is that even possible? Okay? If right now, if you're switching, first of all, you should be calling out switch, okay? And then you got to get up. You got to be up so when this player comes off the ball screen, you're ready to guard. But look what you're sagging, so he's going to come right off the ball screen into an open three. Awful transition defense. We'll take a look at this Cavaliers player right here. Okay, what is he doing? All right, look at this right here. Stop. Why are you slowing down? You're either sprinting ahead of this player or you communicate for this player to take this player and I got this player. Okay, but it looks like, look at this. He doesn't sprint ahead to get ahead of this player. So now they just drop it right here, and this player's all the way into the lane, draws help, and it's a dunk. I mean, what was that? Horrible transition defense. Look at this Cavs player right here. Don't just sprint back, okay? We need you in numbers. You go towards the ball, we lose you in numbers, and you're gambling. Look what happens. He initially gets back. Look at that little gamble right there. That little gamble means now you're beat. Okay, so instead of you being, okay, ahead of the ball right here, and we're keeping numbers even, now look, now you're beaten behind the play. Now we've lost you in numbers, okay, and that's going to force this player to have to come help. This player then has to come help the helper. There's nobody to guard the three-point line right here, okay, and it's just going to lead to an easy catch-and-shoot three, all because of that little gamble. Drop coverage, stop running it. Okay, look at this. You're in drop coverage. So look what I've created here. This player's behind the play. So this is a 2-on-1 between this Cavs defender and these two Wizards players right here. Okay, so look what happens. Once this big commits towards the ball, there's nobody to take that player, and it's a dunk. That's what happens in 2-on-1s typically. So look at how easy this is to hedge right here. Okay, right now I'm up. This player literally has nowhere to go. The backside defender's right here. Okay? Keep this guard out of the lane, though. You're just giving up 2-on-1s for no reason, and what do you think's going to happen? Don't go up the gut of a down screen. Okay, stop. Here's the down screen coming right here. Chase this way. Chase. You don't go up the gut, because look what happens when you go up the gut like this player's going to do. So he went up the gut. Look at now the angle. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now this player is just going to get it, go right into the lane. Everyone's going to collapse at the rim. So now it's an easy offensive rebound for the Wizards and a putback. Have to identify when the turnover happens, okay? So we're going to stop right now. Washington has the ball, okay? It's clear that they're in possession of the ball. Sprint back, okay? Get back. Washington has the ball. You're the closest guy back. Get back. Okay? Washington's got possession of the ball right now, so you should be sprinting back. Okay? We need you. Okay? But look what this player is going to do. He's going to wait for I don't know what reason. Look at this. He's going to actually go toward that little flinch this way. Turnovers happen right now, so you should be sprinting back now. But instead, he's going to wait, and now look. Now this player's way ahead of him, where if he just, at the site of the turnover right here, boom, he's sprinting back too. Now he can get ahead of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's running back for Washington. But instead, this player waits, okay, and now Caldwell-Pope's ahead of him, and it leads to a layup. So the Cavs are in a 3-2 zone. The Wizards are going to fake like they're going to set a flare screen here. So right now, Lauri Markkanen's got to be calling out flare, 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 so this player can get up and over the top early. Okay, then this player goes here, and Lauri Markkanen, who's going to stay underneath right here, is going to then, if they slip the flare screen, which they do, Lauri Markkanen needs to go here. So this is the spot. You're up and over the top, guarding this player in this area of the zone. Lauri Markkanen is taking this player in the zone, and if he slips the flare, he's going right with him. Okay, but look what happens. We have two people going towards the middle of the middle of the zone right here. Nobody taking the corner, so it's a wide open catch and shoot three. The Wizards are going to run a ball screen straight into a flare screen. This can only happen because of drop coverage. Now, if you're in drop coverage here, you've got to X out of this. Okay, so drop coverage happens. Look at this. Here comes the flare screen. You've got to switch this flare screen right here. Okay, right now Jared Allen's got to be up. Okay, because he's got to be seeing flare, 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 and then just switch it. Jared Allen switches here. This player switches here. But you can't be in drop coverage and then expect this player to get over the top of the flare screen. That's never going to happen. So he's going to get hit with the flare screen and you give up a wide open three. You have to switch that flare screen. Now, if we hedge, now there's no flare screen getting set. This ball handler is up here. This player's rotating over here. All right? There's really no play. Now, okay, remember, the second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back this way in any way, this guard will be able to play him one-on-one, and then this player can recover, okay? And then when that happens, then this player recovers here, and then this player rotates onto this man. There's really no place for this player to go that was going to set the flare screen, okay? Because where's he going to, if he cuts, he's cutting right into this player here. And because we forced this guard out this way, this skip pass becomes very challenging. But if he does make it, it's an easy recovery, and then everybody can rotate back to their normal men. So that's what I would do. But if you're going to be in drop coverage, you got to just switch this flare screen here. Jared Allen can't sag. He's got to be ready to switch. And instead, you get nailed with the flare screen, and it's an open three. So you switch this ball screen. Where are you getting beat to? Okay, stop. Look at how you're giving up baseline right here. No, angle your body so he has to come this way. There's literally no place for him to go. I got a defender right here. What's he going to do? But instead, you get beat baseline, so now this player is able to get much lower on the court than he needs to be. And is this a ridiculous shot? Sure. But you allow him to even get this shot off because of you're letting him go baseline as opposed to the middle, the teeth of my defense where I have gap defenders everywhere. And you can see it eventually does lead to a jumper at the end of the shot clock. Can't lean towards the screen. Watch this defender right here, okay? If you listen to this. You have to make him use the screen. Then our ball screen defense will be able to execute and we'll be fine. But again, look what happens. Watch this guard. See how he's leaning towards the screen? So now this player's able to refuse the screen, blow by him, and it leads to an open jumper. Dumb drop coverage leads to a 2-on-1. See, you're in drop coverage. Look at this 2-on-1 that Washington has, so it's just going to be a lob dunk. Okay? It's so much easier to have backside help when you hedge. Why? Because I'm keeping this guard out of the lane. So now this guard's out this way. My backside defender's right here. Okay? And I'm good. There's no numbers advantage because the way I'm hedging, pushing the guard out further towards half court as opposed to giving up the lane, now I can have backside help. Okay? And I'm good. But, again, you're in this stupid drop coverage, so it's a 2-on-1 dunk. Why are you sagging? There is no reason to sag. First of all, there's no reason to sag because let's take a look at the shot clock. There's 2.2 seconds on the shot clock. So up. Now, what does this player need to do? Get halfway. The ball's in the corner. I'm halfway between the ball and the three-point line. So I'm already in position and I don't have to move, right? If this player... there's 2.2 seconds on the shot clock, so I don't know exactly what this player is going to do. But let's say he comes this way, okay? I can stunt, and then I'm easily able to recover back out because I'm already in position. My feet aren't taking me inward, okay? But this player is going to sag, so now you're just giving up an open three. What? Okay, so the Cavs are in a zone. This player's responsibility is the middle of the zone right here. So look at this right now. I'm up and I'm nudging him out. I'm nudging him out as far as possible. You cannot, look at this. There's still, look at this sagging. What on earth? Right now you're guarding the middle of the zone. I'm jamming him out with my body. Constantly pushing for real estate. This Cavs player never pushes for real estate, even when the ball's there. So it just leads to an open jumper. What? Horrible gamble right here. So this player does a nice job in the gaps here defensively. Okay, stop it right now. Okay, this player's dribble's picked up. Just get out. It's stunt and recover. You're in good position. You've closed off the driving lane. But just recover. Please, for the love of God, don't gamble. It's just, all right, dribble's picked up. I'm in the gaps. I recover. But watch what this player here for the Cavs is going to do. Look at this, as opposed to getting out, look what he's going to do. gamble, okay, as opposed to getting out. And now that gives up an open catch and shoot three. Why are you sagging here? Why? Look, stay up. Stop. Up. Right here. This player just drops to the three-point line, and now there's no place for him to go. By the way, there's 3.1 seconds on the game clock here at the end of the third. Okay? So right now, this player just needs to drop on just to the three-point line, and now this player's up. This player just drops to the three-point line. Okay? And now look, there's no place for him to go, so you're going to get beat middle. So that if you get beat, you want to get beat to your gap defense, so this player can just stunt and recover back out. But there's no point in sagging. You just give up an open three that doesn't need to happen at all. Again, where are you getting beat? Why are you angling this defender this way, away from gap help? Look at if you force him this way. I got a gap defender right here. Okay? But you let yourself get beat away from where there's any gap help whatsoever. So look what this player is going to do. It's just going to be a step-back jumper. Bad transition defense. You got to take the player ahead of you first. Stop right here, okay? This player's got to come this way. This player's got to take the ball. And this player's got to announce, I got ball, okay? This is the player that's furthest ahead. So this is where this player has to go. But you got to communicate it, all right? I got ball, so you take this guy. But instead, we're going to have two people going to the ball, nobody taking that guy, dunk. You have to send this player to where your gap help is on the wing. So switch comes right here. Okay, stop. So this player right here has got to, first of all, I don't know what this player's doing. Get up the line, okay? You should be right here in position. And now when this ball screen gets switched, stop. You should be yelling out, I'm in the gaps, I'm in the gaps. Because this player should be up the line and a little bit over in this way. Because remember, if your footwork doesn't take you inward, you are easily able to get outward. Two, I can't sag, okay? First of all, because look when I sag. I'm not even restricting this player's drive until he's already in the lane. So now it's just going to be an easy step-back jumper. So what do I want to do here? This player needs to be up the line, guarding the wing, okay? And over, and calling out he's in gap help. So this player knows right here we're not sagging because we can get beat a little bit because we have defenders in the gap, okay? And I'm sending him this way where this see, look right now. This defender, look where this defender ends up, okay? Nah, we need you in more, okay? You should be at least close to the elbow because right now, see, you got to be up the line now. Okay? And now this player can know, all right, I'm going to close this off, and I'm going to force him this way because there's no place for him to go. I can stunt, get the dribble picked up, easily recover. But you sag, you send him away from where your gap help is on the wing, and now look. Now you allow him, you're not even restricting his drive until he's in the lane, and it's going to lead to an easy fallback jumper. So that's really bad defense on the defender defending the man one-on-one, and for the player on the weak side wing to not be calling out that he's in the gaps and actually getting in the gaps. It's a horrible switch. I don't understand exactly what's happening here. You're either switching, so that means that this player needs to be level to the screener. This player immediately needs to get underneath so that this player can come boom up top and guard this player coming off the screen. Okay? So, yeah, you sag, you give up an open jumper. I don't know if the Cavs were planning on going under this. If that's the case, you still can't sag. You've got to get up and jam the screener. So this player's path to getting under is much less. So either way, it's horrible ball screen defense, and it leads to an open two. Asking Jared Allen to guard on the perimeter, you need gap help, okay? Again, there's just no reason to even allow yourself to get beat this way. Get up, close off his airspace, and now look, if he comes this way, I got a gap defender here, and more importantly, I have one right here. This player can move out a little bit. He doesn't need to be that far in, right? We don't need a step inside the elbow, but he can get out here, and now Jared Allen can get up, force him this way, and now there's no place for him to go. Stunt, recover. But Jared Allen's going to let him go away from the gap help, and he's just going to absolutely toasted, and it leads to an easy little shot at the rim. Very basic. Because you're in your stupid drop coverage, look what happens. You drop the big, so now look. Now the big goes to contest at the rim. There's nobody to box out the big's man, and it's an easy putback. So again, stop being in drop coverage. Right here, up and hedge. backside defender's literally right here on this roll, okay? So you're fine. But you're in drop coverage, so now look. Now this big contests at the rim, there's nobody to box out his man, and it's an easy putback. Don't defend the down screen the right way. This happens. Stop. Why is this player not showing? Get attached to your man sitting the down screen and show. So this player cannot curl. You force him to have to go out a little bit. And now this chase can happen. But look, because you don't show, look at how he's able to curl right off of it. All right? So now he's got his man beat. That forces this player to have to step down all the way here. Okay? And now look. Now there's no chance for him to get out over there. So it's going to be a pump fake and go drive for an easy 2. And that all happens because you didn't defend a simple down screen the right way. So again, you don't give up this basket if you, first of all, don't sag. See this sagging? That can't happen. Up. But also angle him this way. Again, there's no place for him to go. So I'm up. I'm giving him no airspace to get into his move early or freely. And now I'm also forcing him this way because now there's a defender right here in the gaps. Okay? No sagging right here, and you're forcing him this way. Okay? But again, you allow yourself to you sag, and you allow yourself to get beat that way. And yes, this is a good jump shot, but you're not giving up any jump shot at all if you hadn't sagged and sent him into where the gap defender is.